This is Lee with 82 Game of 12 here on YouTube channel Sons of Liberty 75. This will be video 8 of my playthrough of Musket Pike Sweden Fights On, the Battle of Nordlingen, 1634, which was a resounding defeat for the Swedes. And as a result of the outcome of this battle, you're going to have France enter into the conflict. So, we've got the Swedes have completed all of their activations, and we've completed 2 wings of the Imperial forces, which are the 2 cavalry wings, not the Croats. So Duke Charles and Piccolomini have both finished their activation. And so we've got Gauts in the center, the Croats, and then we have the units here over on top of the Albuch or Albuk hill. So let's get cracking here, and see what happens. I don't think I'm doing a very good job of remembering to activate the army commanders, because they play such a pivotal role in reforming and rallying units on the battlefield. So I need to do a better job. I know with the Swedes, I don't think I hardly did anything with them. And that was a mistake that I need to correct in the next turn, is to use my army commanders judiciously. So who do we want to activate here? If we look over here at the Croats, pull down just a little bit here. Don't really have that many forces over here. That unit should probably be there. think I'll activate the Croats. They have received charge. So receive charge. The thing is, if we try to move away, we can be intercepted by these units. So if we try to move over here, there's a chance that we can be intercepted. So if we look at the interception, and that could be not so good for those unformed cavalry. Due to the fact that they're going to have a that's going to give the Cuirassiers a +2. So that's not a very good option. Now, if they stay as they are, then they're going to get over. They're going to get swarmed by these units here. This unit can move to here, and then when this unit, if it intercepted, it would have to cross Well, that stream would be a benefit because it's going to cause a formation hit to that unit. The Croats don't have to take formation hits. They're unformed cavalry. So so this one could actually move over here to protect the flank and not have to worry about this unit intercepting. But he can only move 1 hex under receive charge. If he changes to make ready, this unit can still make a reform action, which would be to reload pistols here. But then they would be able to be fired on by these musketeers. But that would give a pistol back. So that's what we're going to do. We're just going to keep our receive charge so they can move 1 hex. So that's 1, 2. And I guess as soon as he turns, like so, he could attempt to intercept. But he's going to be formation broken. And his strength, he's only got a strength of 2. And he's got no pistols. So he'll just let him make his move. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, just like that. And then here we're going to do a reform to reload pistols. But as we do, we're going to get fired on. So firing here. And they're going to have a +1 because they have a strength of 2. So, ooh, a 9 becomes a 10. It's a hit, which means this unit has to take a morale check. And they're almost eliminated. So they got a morale of 6, -1. They rolled a 6, so they failed. So they're going to go to formation. No, they're going to go to morale broken, which means now so morale broken, and it's got to retreat 2 hexes. So it's going to retreat here. Let's see, here and here. And the morale broken They have no facing. And the Imperial Spanish retreat edge is the east map. So if we take a look here, this is east here. So they're going to retreat to here. Now, this Solano is going to try to do a continuation. Receive charge 0 to 1. Here's a cavalry wing, so it gets a -1. So rolled a 9, so no, he's finished. Okay. All right, so we pull back, and so now we've got goats or gots here in the center. And, oh, I did not roll for the leader. I don't know why I keep forgetting to do that. 4 is Ferdinand. So Ferdinand is here. And what he wants to do is rally this unit that he's stacked with. So that's what he does. All right. So now we've got the center here, and I might as well do them. They've got receive charge, but what I need to do is I need to move some of these units to protect the flank over here that could possibly develop. So I'm going to want to move some of these guys. So I think we're going to try to go to make ready. And go with that. So first off, let's see which leader is going to be activated. Okay, it's still going to be Ferdinand. So Guts is going to try to change orders. Okay, so he's at receive charge, and he wants to go to make ready. So 0 to 5. Rolled an 8, so no. So all they can do So of course they can fire their artillery, but they can only move a maximum of 1 hex. So first off, let's have Ferdinand do what he's going to do, which is reform this unit. So now they're at formation shaken. All right, so we've completed that. And let's go ahead and fire our artillery that we've got. So we're going to fire this one here, and we're going to fire at this big target right here. And I'll use my straight edge. So I could do it like that. That's going to still be the front, not the flank. So 1, 2, 3, 4 is the range. Okay. So actually, but I guess because of the slope, it's a steep slope behind. 1, 3, 4. It's going to hit that steep slope and not be able to hit that unit. But 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Okay, so we've got 12 24-pounder. Artillery range is 4, so no modifier. So that's it, not much to modify. Got an 8. Okay, an 8 is a formation hit and a morale check. Okay. Plus, there's a leader there. Okay, so they are formation shaken. So now they're formation broken. And the leader, ooh, we got a 9. Which is, where's that at? I thought it was on here. There it is. Leader removed from play. And the result is a 3. Leader eliminated and does not return. So that's Kratz. And they have to do a morale check. They rolled a 9, so they failed that, so they're shaken. Should have one on here that's don't we have like morale and formation all together? Yeah, right here. All right. So we flip this unit over to fired. Okay, now we move over to this unit. And that unit, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, gonna fire right there. So that's a range of 6. and that's a 4 to 8. That's going to be a -1. 8 becomes a 7. It's not doubles. Formation hit. So they're already at formation broken. So instead of taking any kind of formation, they take a casualty. So, and that's the overall commander's there. So we have to roll to see if he's a casualty. No. All right. Okay. All right, so this unit here, it's a double. And it's going to fire 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 right there at that unit. And it's not, the grazing stops right here. So so this is the target. All right, double, 12 to 24, and I said 7, that's a -1. Okay. Oh, a 2 is a 1. That's going to be a miss. Okay. Same target. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 4 to 8. It's going to be a -1. 8 becomes a 7. It's a formation hit. So they're going to be formation broken. No pistols. And they're shaken. So this unit here, okay, they don't have to check their morale. Okay, this unit here, yeah, I guess they're going to fire at this guy too. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, they can fire here. They're going to fire at this infantry unit, heavy infantry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. 4 to 8. -2. Five becomes a 3. That's going to be a miss. Okay. This will fire at the same target. 4 to 8. 1. Nothing. All right. Now we see about moving some units. So this unit's going to move here. This unit moves here. This unit's going to turn and move to there. This unit's going to turn and move to here. So we're going to turn and move here. Turn and move there. Turn and move here. Turn and move there. Turn and move there. This unit is going to turn just like that. All right, so now they're going to attempt to continue, receive charge 0 to 1. And they're not a cavalry, they're infantry. Got a 2, so Gotts is a 0. So he's going to be finished. And so the only thing we have left now is going to be this Albunch. Not bunch, but Albuch. These units on the Albuch, and also their reserves back here. And they've got received charge. So all right, let's roll to see which commander. And this time it's going to be Infante. Infante will be activated. So we have received charge. We don't want to go on the attack. The only thing we possibly want to do is maybe move some units up. Probably should have tried to do an interception here with some of these units when this unit was crossing over here in its advance pursuit. Well, no, you can't. Well, no, you can. Yeah, you can. That probably should have been something that I thought about doing. but let's just leave it at receive charge, because we can fire on these units. We don't have to attack. We can let them attack. But we can fire. Plus, we can reform and rally. All right. So we're going to move Infante, who's going to move to try to help with some of these units that are over here that are morale shaken or whatever. Formation broken. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. Seven, 8. So that to stop right there. But I think I'll just leave him here. All right. And then this unit's going to turn, move to here. Turn, move to here. Move to there. Turn, move there. Turn, move there. He's going to turn, move there. Turn and move there. Turn, move up this slope. Same thing here. He's going to move there. He's going to move here, here, here. Okay. This unit well, this unit here can actually swing like this, like that. This unit's going to swing like so. Okay. Well, this unit here I'm going to use advancing fire. So that way he can swing. So that portion of the hex is going to fire here. Okay. Okay, heavy infantry. So it's just straight up die roll. It's got a 5. And that's in their front. So that's going to be a hit. So that's a hit. And then with this unit swinging, that's going to be advancing fire. So that's going to be -3. Got a 0, so no effect. So it's just going to be a hit. So this unit is not destroyed. It only had 3 left. So eliminated that unit. All right. Okay, right here, they've got artillery, integrated artillery. But only one part of the unit can fire, but it's going to be the front. And okay, 4 heavy infantry regimental artillery. That's going to be a hit and a formation hit, which means it's going to be 2 hits because their formation is already broken. So they have a morale of 7. Original strength of 5. So they will reach their casualty threshold and have to do a morale check. they had, sure they used pistols. Maybe not. Okay, so anyways, they've got to do a morale check. 9, they failed, so they're shaken. And let's see here, well, I should have, yeah, they've got their threshold for sure. So they fire back. Formation broken, -2. And -1 for strength point less than 3. So -3, no effect. Which way they were facing. Okay. We go to this unit. They've got artillery. They're going to fire right here. All right, so they're going to get fired on by both sides. This unit is formation shaken. So formation shaken is -2. And for every 2 casualty points on a 2x unit, -1, because that doesn't apply. So -1. Got a 9, so it got an 8. On the other side, gets a 9, so 2 8s. Okay, so that's going to be 2 hits, a formation hit, and a morale check. Right here. So, of course, we're going to have to check horn. But they've already got a formation broken. So they're going to lose 6. Yeah, they're going to lose 6 strength points. The 2. So here's where we're at. Right here. 2 casualties plus a formation hit. Well, that's going to be another casualty because they're already at formation broken. So that's going to be 3 hits for each side of the 2X unit that fired on them. And 2 morale checks. So it'll be a morale check with a minus, with a +1. And we have to roll for the leader. Got a 9. And what happens to Horn? 0. He's immediately, let's see, where's he at? Return original leader immediately. So he just comes back into play, and we can put him, I guess, anywhere we want. Put him over there. Well, no, we don't want to put him over there. All right, so 6. So now they've taken 10 hits. Let's see here. Do I have 10 on here somewhere? Surely there is. I have to go dig it out. Oh, there it is. They've taken 10 hits. And now they've got to do a morale check. So they've reached their casualty threshold, probably. Original strength. Oh yeah, they have. So all right. Oh, they passed. Okay, but they are. I don't know if there's a separate counter for that. Thought there was. Yeah, I don't see it. Okay. So, all right, so this unit fires back, and it's going to be their formation broken. That's -3. And then for each 2 points, so that's -5. We got a -8. I guess, well, if they roll a 0, they rolled a 2, that puts it to a 0. That's a miss. Okay, so they missed both sides. 7, that's still going to be a 0. So, all right, so they missed. I don't know, there should be to me. The morale. And you've taken so many losses. You should be. Okay, I guess there's not. All right. move over to here. This unit's morale shaken. They could fire pistols. But what I want to do is I want to move this unit. It's going to turn and move to here. And then turn like that. Now the thing is, the way it is, see, this unit can attack here. He's got to attack this unit that's in this middle hex. Same thing over here. This unit has to attack here. So all right, but this unit can fire. It has artillery, and it's going to fire at, doesn't really matter what side, we'll just fire at that side. Okay. Rolled a 4. Their morale shaken. Let's see here. Okay. So a 4 is going to be a hit with a formation hit. So this unit here is now taking 3 hits. And it's going to be formation broken. Okay. All right, so they're going to, of course, they can fire back. So they've taken 3 hits, so that's going to be -1. Their formation broken, that's -3, so they've got a -4. And there's a terrain modifier due to the entrenchment. That's a -1. So they've got a -5. 4 is a 0, so no effect. Okay, this unit could, let's see, what's this unit's morale? 8, okay. Yeah, he's going to fire, use a pistol to fire here. Rolled a 3. That's going to be a miss. And then they can fire back, but again, they've got -5. So it's a 2. That's a hit, though. So So I just say that's a hit. So they've got to take a loss. But it's their first loss. But they got a morale of 6. So let's see. Okay, on their second casualty. All right. All right. So here, we back up a little. The leader here could do let's see. I think he can do a I think he can do a reform. So if it's stacked with or adjacent to its wing commander, so we're going to try to do a rally, I'm sorry. A rally is what we're looking for. Yeah, can rally. All right, so that leader does not add any benefit. He's got a 0. So they've got a morale of 6 minus 1. So 5 or less. Roll a 2. So they are now just shaken. Oops. Okay. So, of course, they don't want to do any close combat. So we're going to have the Swedes are going to do close combat. So we've got Torado and Thurin Gula going at it. So here we go. No leaders. Okay. Morale differential. It's 8 to 6, so that's a +2 to start with. Okay. Strength ratio. We've got 13 against 9. That's not 2 to 1. Close combat matrix. They're both heavy infantry. Okay, attacker is formation broken, so now we're at 0. Defender is just shaken. And then we have the terrain modifier of entrenchment is -1. So we're going to be at a -1 on the die roll. And we got a 2, which becomes a 1. So the attacker is going to be morale broken, retreat 2 hex, and let's see, I think this is going to be, this woods is going to be a formation hit. So that's going to take 2 hits. Oh yeah. Okay, so they're going to take 2 hits because they're being forced back into these woods here and here. So they're going to now have 5 hits, which, let's see. Okay, they're not at their casualty threshold yet. Okay. All right, and then we have this unit. It's attacking this unit here to here. Okay. So taking a hit. All right, so that is in the flank. And this is actually not over the entrenchment, but part of it is. So this is still going to be the -1. And to me that would be okay. It would be attacking half of the strength. It's only attacking 1. But what does it say? Well, if I attack with this unit too, but I don't want to do that because this unit is formation broken. We just want to attack with that one right here. So that 2 hex unit, what does it defend with? Let's go over to close combat. Okay, when attacked, a 2-hex unit defends as a whole, even if the attacker is adjacent to just one of its hexes. The uninvolved side cannot perform reaction close combat by itself. Okay. So, okay, now they do have, let's see, close combat, let's see, no leader, adjacent. Morale differential is a +2. Okay, strength is going to be the same. Close matrix is the same. The defender is morale shaken, so that's going to be -1. But you do have the entrenchment, so it's still going to be a +2. 4 becomes a 6. Defender is morale shaken. Defender retreat 2 hexes, and the attacker must advance. So he's not going to be able to retreat 2 hexes. So I think he's going to be eliminated. Okay, so the unit, okay, defender morale shaken. Okay, so they become morale shaken. And they can't retreat. If the unit is morale shaken at the start of the retreat and cannot retreat, it suffers a casualty point for each hex it was unable to retreat. So it's going to suffer 2 casualty points. And not only that, the threshold, okay, hasn't been reached yet, it's 5. Okay, but it does suffer 2 casualties. So it's now shaken and taken 2 casualties, so it's at 3. All right. So now we're finished there, and we can roll for continuation. Doesn't have a very good chance of getting it, but we can still roll. Roll to 3, so no continuation. So that ends his activation. So now we have to go to the last step. Finish and go to the next phase. So we go to route movement phase. All units with broken morale perform route movement. Okay, so they use their full non-routed movement allowance. Only one hex of a 2-hex unit need to use its full MA. They do not have a formation state and do not take formation hits for movement. Routing units follow the line of least resistance, so they may move around other units. So they don't take formation hits. All right, so let's see what we got here. Let's start right here. So we've got this unit here. That's formation broken. So they're going to move through here. Through here. But let's see, they can either go, let's see, west or south side of the map. So this unit, I think he ends up being no pistols. So 7, he's going to move 7, but let's see, going across that marsh is for cavalry is +2. So what's this? Okay, so it's here. Here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7. He's off the map. So he's eliminated. Okay, and there's another one right here. So moving through that woods costs 2. So that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And we go over here, we've got this unit here that it's going to go 6, no, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So he went way back there. And I think that's it. Okay. Next, we have marker removement phase. All salvo markers removed, fired artillery, and finished leaders are flipped over. Check the leader replacement table to determine the fate of any leaders that removed from play this turn. Oh, so I should have removed them and then put them back on after. So, okay. Let's pull back. Now, the first turn is over. And things don't look too good for the Swedes on their right flank. Let's see what we got here. Okay. Now on the left flank. What? Okay. What? Okay. All right, so the Swedes' left flank has made progress. They pushed across and forced some casualties and are in a position to try to exploit that advantage they have to maybe turn the flank of the Imperial Spanish Army. I don't think they have enough. I think they're going to have to change their order over on their right flank to maybe receive charge or make ready or something. But to get out of that and maybe just hold up in the center and just let their left flank do something. And really that should have been where they looked to attack anyways. They had more room to maneuver and better terrain in which to attack. They could have got up on top of this large plateau here and been able to get around on the other side of these entrenchments. So I think at the beginning of the battle, the Swedes should have tried to change the order over here and not attacked, not charged as they did historically, but attack with that left wing. But for this battle, that's too late. Too late for that. I think they need to pull back. I think if they go to make ready, they can pull their forces back and make a stand across here while their left wing tries to do some damage. We look at the victory conditions. We don't have any terrain. Terrain's not an issue. It's going to be elimination of units. So, eliminated formed cavalry unit is 10 points. Eliminated of a 2-hex heavy infantry is 10. Captured artillery, if it's a double, 12 to 24 pounders, 30. So they want to try to get in here and capture as much of this artillery they can. And not worry too much about trying to gain this terrain here. There's no benefit for that. They've already lost. Oh, wow. All right, let's take a look here. A lot of cavalry. Too much. Two leaders. Wow. All right, so let's count up what they've lost. Okay. All right, so eliminated formed cavalry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we've got 12 times 10. That's 120. Okay. Light infantry unit, 0. Okay, so these don't count. And then for the leaders, Army leader, Army commander, named wing commander, 5 times their rating. Their rating is a 0. So I guess you don't have to worry about, you don't gain anything from that. Maybe 5, so maybe 10. Okay, express it as a positive number. But still, that's not even a 1. So it's 0. Okay, so nothing there. So 120 is what? And the Imperial forces, you've got these Croats. Okay, that's unformed cavalry. That's 5 for each. That's 15. The leader doesn't count. He's a 0. And that's 10 for this. So 25. So right now it's 100. It's 120 to 25. Victory points wise. So a huge discrepancy. And okay, the green are from the left wing. From the left, the red, and well, wait a minute. This unit here, he's gray. That's not okay. Wait a minute. That's not. That's one of theirs. And he's actually a arquebusier. Okay, so now we're looking at 30, 10, 20, 35, 110 to 35 is what we're looking at. But still, that's still a huge difference. And they've lost 6 formed cavalry on the right. And a lot of that was due to the steep slopes, losing formation, and then being counterattacked or intercepted. So that's where we're at. And historically, the losses were Swedish 220, and the Imperials 10. So we're already at half off of just one turn. So at the historical losses after just one turn. That's not too good. So you can clearly see, well, that's why the Swedes lost, because they tried to attack that defensive position, which was just too strong. And as a result, they lost the battle. Too many losses trying to attack a strong defensive position instead of getting around the flank in an area where you have more room to maneuver and not lose your formation, which would have been the north.
Unknown color.
Of the battle. North part of the battle. So there that is. We'll have to wait to see if the Swedes can possibly do something to balance things out. Maybe I don't think that's going to happen, especially after just one turn. The Imperial Spanish army could just unleash all these cavalry units back here against these units in this area, or they could swing them around to attack or counter the units over there. So all right, so I've got to do the maintenance here. I've got to remove these salvo counters. I got to flip units over, and then the next video will be picking up with turn 2, and we'll talk about who gets to go first and all of the initiative and all that in the next video. Appreciate your support. Hope you're enjoying the videos, and Happy New Year.